Hey everyone, my name is Daunter. If you know me, then welcome back. I'm going to be looking at all the new cards revealed for Battle Partners. We're going to be looking at the full main set as well as some new art rares. So I'm really excited to look at that. But if you guys don't know me, my name is Daunter. I have a YouTube series called Pokemon Artist Review, where I review the many different artists of the Pokemon TCG. I'm going to probably try to shorten it to PAR. I'm going to go with that, I think. But yeah, this is my channel. If you enjoy the artwork of the Pokemon TCG, then you should like my channel. This is the full set for Japanese battle partners, so I'm really excited to look at this. Obviously, you have some little previews, some art rares. We'll talk about this in a little bit. So let's just go through this main set. Something that I really appreciate about the modern TCG is that there's just so many new artists really putting their hat in the ring. Like this artist, Chimera's Yukichi. I'm pretty sure they only started illustrating cards around the Scarlet and Violet era, if I'm not mistaken. I think around Shrouded Fable, somewhere around that. It's really cool. Really cool just for first cards. The Caterpie, it's very adorable. I like how there's like an Eaten Leaf. This soft style is really nice. I kind of like the white outline around the Pokemon on the top, but you don't see it on the bottom, so it's a very visually distinct looking card. Oh, you have the Metapod by Okubo. This card is really cool. I like how angular it is. Kind of like geometrical almost. You have like the leaves on the trees are just represented as circles, which is really cool. Metapod looks simple. It's a very eye-catching looking illustration by Okubo. Next we have the Butterfree. This is by Satoma. This is, I think, a really great illustration of Butterfree. I think that it's just kind of gorgeous. You have like Butterfree kind of clearing the way in the clouds, and it looks nice. Next we have a Paris. This is by Ayako Ozaki. This is their second card in the set. They have two, which is really cool. I think they're their first debut cards, which is really cool. I like it. I like Paris in this card. I like the little fence in it. You know, the kind of thicker outlines they're quite nice to look at. Next we have the Parasect by Tetsukayama. I really like Tetsukayama. I'm collecting their artwork personally, so I'm definitely going to add this card to my collection. I like how like spotted their cards are. That's something that I really like about them. I think that that's a very interesting style for a Pokemon card artist. And we have a Maractus. This is by Daisuke. Another very recent artist. These are all very recent artists so far. I think for Satoma, Satoma is actually pretty recent too. I'm pretty sure like Obsidian Flames. So we're seeing a lot of really recent artists so far, which is really cool. I like the style on this card, kind of like the whirling tornado. Kind of like those lines are adjacent to like something that you'd see in like a comic book, I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that those like spotted dotted lines at the top there are also something you'd see in a comic book, which is really cool. It makes the card pop a lot. We have a card by Yukamori. So Yukamori is going to be a very old artist starting their days in the Neo generation, which is going to be around the 2000s or early 2000s, which is really cool. The lighting is great on this card. The little clay figure that they made for Carablast here looks really cute. This is Carablast, I'm pretty sure. We have a Shelmet by Toshino Aoki, another very old artist, also getting their start around the Neo era, which is really cool. They started around the same time as Yukamori, so that's cool. This card, it's just a cute, simple card. I like how Shelmet's kind of like by himself on the side there. We have an Iselgor by Kazumasa Yasukuni. They have done some of the most beautiful cards for the Pokemon TCG as of recent. Some very strong illustrations, such as the Iron Hands SAR from, what's it called? Terrestrial Festival. I'll put that up on the side there. Really cool comic book style cards. Their shading is always really crazy. This poison, the effects on the poison look really cool, especially. Mina Nakai, an artist who's been through a lot, I think, in the Pokemon TCG. They started their days in Generations, which is around like the 2014-ish, I think. Maybe a little bit later than that, but kind of like that kind of era, like late to mid 2010s. But they also have gone pretty far. Their style has improved a lot and changed in different ways, so their style looks very different from what it did like when they started, which is really cool. It's a cute Sprigatito card. We have a Florigato by Felicia Chen, an artist who I'm looking out for personally. I'm trying to keep this brief per artist because there's like 100 cards to get through. But really cool artwork. We have a Meowscarada by Kodama. I will talk about Kodama more in a separate artist-related video, which I'm working on. We have a Magmar by Naoya Kimura, one of the kind of more OG artists for the Pokemon TCG. Very simple, very nice, very eye-appealing, eye-catching. Same thing with this Mad Mortar. I think the colors are great, and I think the fire effects are also really cool. We have a Darumaka. I'm probably just going to talk about the ones that like really stand out to me, just because there's so many cards to go through. It's cute. I like the lighting. This one, the Darmanitan by Nagimiso. I really like the effects. I like how powerful Darmanitan feels. It's just like really strong energy off of it, and you can see like the jumping effects. It's really cool. We have Volcanion EX by 5-Band Graphics. I don't really have anything to say about this card. I'm not really a huge fan of Volcanion, and 5-Band Graphics isn't like the most mind-blowing EX creator of all time, but they are very old and they have a very wide portfolio. We have an Articuno by Takumi Wada. The thing that I like about this card is that Articuno takes center stage in this card, and its wingspan is kind of symmetrical, but the rest of it obviously isn't. It's just a cool effect. I think it looks really nice. Not completely symmetrical, but like it's just nice to see it like kind of facing towards the camera. Remoraid. This is by Minahamu. I think this is also a very, very recent artist. I think it looks really cool. I really love the colors. I like the shading a lot. It's just eye-appealing to me. Another card by Toshino Aki. This is going to be the Octillery. I like the bubble effects. I think that's cool. I think these are actually glaciers as seen from below. That's a really cool effect. This is the other card I was talking about from Ayako Ozaki. Again, there was really strong, thick lines. For first two debut cards, I think they're fantastic. Lombre by Mosho, a very recent artist. A Ludicolo by Jerky. I feel like a lot of people are warming up to Jerky's artwork. They did the Pidgeot SAR from Obsidian Flames. I'll put that up on the side there. A Whalmer. It's a cute card. He looks very round. A Wailord. It's very serious. This card, I love this card. I've already talked about it before, but this is the same artist, Kazumasa Yasukuni, is that a Selgor. Really, really cool. A Electrode by Goto Minori. Very simplistic vibes, I guess. We have a Joltik by Yori Suzuki, a very recent artist as well. Yori Suzuki, they're blowing me away with their artwork, honestly. This Joltik card is super, super cute. I really like it. We have a new card by Kurimitsu. It's Tadbulb. Thing I like about Kurimitsu's cards that I should mention is that they have like these outlines that are all black, except they have little spots of pink and green and blue, so it always makes their outlines look a little bit more interesting. A Bellibolt EX by 5-Band Graphics, again, not really extremely interesting to me, but that's just me. Next we have a Watch Roll by Akira Komiyama. It's an artist that I have worked on, I've mentioned, and created a video on literally a day ago. So yeah, I like their artwork. I think it's cool. A Kilowatt Roll by Chibi. This card is also very serious. Clefairy by 5-Band Graphics. Again, a 5-Band Graphics card. A Mr. Mime by Goto Minori. Another card by him. Or her. And I think that it looks pretty interesting. I think visually interesting, certainly. And I don't dislike it. I think that it definitely fits with their style. Like the Electrode and the Mr. Mime look very similar. It's dynamic, right? I think that the pose is at least interesting. You could say that. A Shuppet by Mikikudo, very adorable card. A Banette by Anisaki Dynamic, very ominous card. A Beldum by Izuch. I think this is a brand new artist, Izuch. I really like this debut card. I think that the kind of diamond-y effects in the background for those like rocks looks really, really cool. And I like how it kind of like breaks up towards the back, so you kind of have like smaller ones towards the back. Very, very nice looking Matang by Oswaldo Kato. I like how it's kind of off-white, like almost a pinkish color because of the illumination from the sun. It makes it look really nice, pops well. Mitsuhiro Rita working on this Metagross. Mitsuhiro Rita, obviously a legend in the Pokemon TCG space, working on that base set Charizard. We have a very interesting looking Sigilyph kind of rising from the ground by Shivering Garu. We have a Cutiefly, very cute, Sayasuruta. Something interesting about this artist is that they always hide a Pokeball in their cards. If you can find it, let me know in the comments. We have a Ribombee by Mashu. Mashu might be a more recent artist, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I don't really remember their cards specifically. Yeah, they only have 3 cards, and they started in Shroud of Fable, so they're very, very recent. Pull that up on the side. We have a Comfey, very cute. We have a Swinub by Rend. Rend's artwork, I think a lot of people are starting to really like, so it's cool to see them get more, like a lot of cards. A very cute Piloswine. You can see his little eyes there, very nice. A very nicely illustrated Mamoswine EX by Nisota Niso. I think the illustrated EX always look a lot nicer than those digitally generated ones. So this is cool. I'm happy about that. Again, another card by Daisuke, keeping that kind of comic booky style. I really, really like this card. It's got a very great sense of scale. I like how Tyranitar's holding like a little rock in his hands, and I like the clearing in the clouds. Pupitar by Scav. It's interesting. He's spinning. A Regirock by Uta. I love this card. I really like this card. I really like the Reggie Pokemon. I think that the The colors on this card are fantastic. Really nice shading. I think it's kind of hard to capture that shading, especially since Regirock has so many different angles on it. I think this artwork does it justice, though. It's kind of like that slam in the ground, like a what's it called? A hexagonal kind of pound into the ground. It's cool. It's a very interesting looking Pancham card. It looks pretty cool. He looks like a little bit of a little gangster, which is cool. Rockruff by Yoshimi Miyoshi. This is a new artist, and this is a really cool card. It might be their debut, might not be. That really thick black outline was really, really eye-catching. We have a nice looking Lycanroc by Shibaru. We have a cool looking Silicobra by Aspera. I like how it's like kind of in the green. That's cool. A simplistic looking Sandaconda by Sonosuke Sakuma. I like the mountains in the background though. Very cute looking cloth by Shinya Komatsu, actually. I like it. It's very simple. But I think that the kind of like blue shading that Shinya Komatsu does on their cards makes the cards look always interesting. A really interesting looking coughing by Rond. I said interesting twice, right, like back to back there. But this card is really interesting. It's kind of like gas is filling up the entire card, and coughing is kind of being overtaken by it. I don't even know what to say. I think it looks really cool, but very, very interesting. A Weezing by Keiichiro Ito. Interesting that Keiichiro Ito gets to do a art rare in Pokemon Pocket and an actual card. That's cool. Of Weezing. We have a Tyranitar by Akiragawa, my personal favorite artist. The angle looks cool. I like how Tyranitar has the mouth open. Purloin by Kaysen. Really, really gorgeous card. I love the shading. And I like its expression. Did I say this Pokemon's name right at first? I don't know. I'm gonna pretend like I did. Going back to it, Zorua, very cute. A Zoroark by Takuyoa. I think Takuyoa is one of the more acceptable 3D graphics illustrators. I feel like they always make their cards look pretty interesting. I like the slash of the claw. I think it's cool. Pangoro by Nagimiso. Again, really dynamic, really punchy, very strong illustration. A Escavalier, Takumi Wada, again, another card by Takumi Wada. This card is really cool. I think that the sun kind of shining down onto Escavalier really shows off that metallic look that the Pokemon has. A Clink by Sabateri, very cute. A Clang by Keiichiro Ito, kind of like, it's very interesting. These cards almost feel like they transition into one another because they're in almost the same angle, which is cool. And then Klinklang by Mataso. Man, this card is just beautifully drawn, honestly. I really like it. I like how shiny and kind of dark steel, almost, Klinklang looks. We have a Magearna by Rika. This card is serene. It's beautiful. We have a Corviknight by Ghidorah, very dynamic-looking card. A, what's it called? Zacian by AKCG Works. I don't think it's anything to write home about, but it looks cool. I think that Zacian has a cool expression, and Zacian is just a cool Pokemon. A very cute Bagon by Miki Tanaka. Miki Tanaka, again, a very old artist. I have done a video on them previously, if you want to check it out. And then we have one of the coolest cards in the entire set, honestly, the Shelgon by Julie Hang, or Julie Hang. This card is awesome. Really, really just incredible. I really love how like the angle is portrayed. I love how Shelgon is looking down at you. Very weird Pokemon to have an intimidating art of, but it's honestly one of my favorite cards in the whole set. We have a Salamence EX. This is by Toriufu. Another, or did I already talk about them previously? No, this is Takuyoa. Tokyo and Toriufu. They're two different artists. This one is cool. Salamence looks very shiny, very glossy in this card, but I think it looks pretty dope. I hope that we get something cool for Salamence in this set. We have a Druddigon by Kawaii. I like it. We have a Reshiram by Rika. Again, I like it. A Snorlax by Gossan. I like how round he is. Sentret by Taiga Kayama. Taiga Kayama's artwork is very cute. I believe that they did the Vanillish art rare from Paradox Rift. I'll put that up on the screen. It's really cool. A very cute ferret by Tomomi Ozaki. Again, a pretty new artist, I'm pretty sure. Dunsparce by Asako Ito. Very nice felt card. We have a Dunsparce by 5-Man Graphics. A Noibat by Tomokazu Komiya, one of the most iconic TCG illustrators. Very trippy vibes there. We have a Noivern by Anasaki Dynamic. I like how its head is a lot bigger than its body. You really get a sense of this kind of, what's it called? I don't know. It's a very nice looking, like powerful card with like using its sound-based powers, which is something that, you know, it's its whole point of the Pokemon, but I feel like it's not represented every single time it's drawn. This is a cute looking Komala. A Rookidee, a Corvisquire, a Wooloo, very cute. Tomomi Ozaki, again, same person that just did that fur illustration, which is cool. We have a Double, very cool. A very silly looking Cramorant, I like it. And then we have some trainers, not really interested in the trainers. We have a very cool Iris. We have a very cool, I don't remember, I think it's like a Burglar or something. Anyways, let's talk about those art rares. So first art we're going to talk about is the Maractus by Onishi, a very, very recent artist. Maractus is in kind of like a Cactus Emporium, if you would. I think that's a very interesting idea for a card. It's very simplistic, and it's very like, it's very two-dimensional. Like it looks like a paper, like kind of like Maractus looks kind of like a paper cutout or something like that. So I think it looks cool. I like Maractus as a Pokemon quite a bit. And then we have the Articuno art rare. This is by Kuromori. Wow, I mean, I love Kuromori's artwork, so I'm kind of biased. Pop up a picture of the what's it called? Oh my gosh, what's it called? My mind is blanking. Melodic SAR, really cool artist, really cool artist, very recent as well. But I mean, Articuno getting an art rare is something that I wasn't expecting, and I'm very happy about it. I think that the colors on this card are great. I love how the crystals and the snow in the foreground are a very different color, very distinct color from the actual Articuno, and it's kind of like a glimpse into its life, right? Very cool. We have a Wailord by Katsunori Sato. This card, the colors on it really pop. The sunset kind of aesthetic really goes well with the pinkish and yellowish sky. Then you have all the coral as well with all the different colors, which is just really gorgeous. Wailord kind of facing up. It's really funny. I think it looks really cool. I really like that card as well. I already talked about this in a previous video. I do like that card. I already talked about this in a previous video as well. And then we have, let's see here, another new one down here. Oh, we have a Lycanroc as well. I don't know if I ever talked about this. I like it. It's by Ghidorah. I like the card. We have, I already talked about the Reshiram. The Furret art rare. I never got to talk about this because I never did a video on it. By Rend. It's very cute. He's very fuzzy and he looks very sleepy. I am a fan of it and I like it. Simple as that. And then we have the Wooloo, probably my favorite art rare in this set. One of my favorites. It's kind of hard to say which one is my favorite. I like a lot of them in this set, actually. I think that Wooloo looks great, very fluffy, very friendly, and Hop looks really cool too. I think that Minaminame Take has a really cool way of drawing not only Pokemon but also trainers. Kind of like the rainbow right here is nice. I like the shot, like where the camera is. I like how we're watching them sitting down on the hill here, and I think that the background is really nicely detailed. You have a bunch of Wooloos on the ranch. It's kind of like in the Galar region. You can kind of see like the whole beginning area of the game, which is really cool. I'm a big fan of it, honestly. And that's all we know so far. I will be making another video updating when the rest of the set is revealed, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was a little bit long. I'm sure that some people just want to see the art rares or whatever. So I'll probably just separate the video with those little timestamps if you really only care about the art rares. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys like watching me yap about Pokemon cards for however much long this video is, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.